So let's just continue on the multiplication law of probabilities. Okay, so that is when we handle two events which are connected by and. Okay, so that will be from two different sources, and then we need to satisfy the first event, first requirement, and satisfy the second requirement. And then we are going to split the probability into two probabilities multiplying together. Okay. Sometimes in the question will give you the probabilities of some events, and then you just need to see whether they are multiplied together or added together. Okay, sometimes you need to use 1 minus. Okay, and sometimes the question will ask you, will need you to count the number of favorable outcomes and number of possible outcomes. Okay, so in the instant drill corner 5.9, okay, where we stopped yesterday, for question number 1, it is the type that you need to count. Okay, count the total number of possible outcomes and then the number of outcomes that are satisfying the requirements. But in question number 2, can you see that the two different numbers are 0.9 and 0.75, which are already probabilities. Okay, you are not going to construct the fractions yourselves. Okay, it is given to you. The probability number is already given to you. Okay, so what you need to do is to find out the relationship between the probabilities. Okay, so let us just start from question number 2 here. Okay, so Ivan and Andrew attend a fitness test. The probabilities that Ivan and Andrew pass the test are 0.9 and 0.75 respectively. 好啦，咁我自己做嘅時候咧，我通常第一樣嘢咧就係寫翻低而家呢兩個，如果係俾咗probability 嚟嘅話咧，我會寫翻低呢兩個係代表乜嘢嘅 probability 先。Okay, so what is represented by 0.9 is the probability that Ivan passed the test. Okay, is equal to 0.9. 好啦，咁我而家寫咗 Ivan pass 嘅話咧，即係 Ivan 可以點樣咧？除咗 pass 之外，我即刻要諗到嘅咧就係 Ivan。So there is another possibility that Ivan does not pass or he fails. Okay, the test will be equal to 1 minus 0.9. That is 0.1. Can you get this idea? Okay, 即係題目俾咗一個數字你，其實佢係俾埋另外一邊你㗎啦。OK， 得兩邊嘅啫，一係 pass， 一係唔 pass。OK， so if the probability of pass is 0.9, then the probability of not pass will be 1 minus that number. Okay, in this case that will be 0.1. And the other number is 0.75, which represents the probability that Andrew passed the test is equal to 0.75. And at the same time, it is also given that Andrew does not pass the test is equal to 1 minus 0.75, which is equal to 0.25. Get this? So this is our preparations. Let me paste it here. And then we start doing part A now. In part A, the question asks us to find the probability that they both not pass the test. Okay, just copy the English sentence in the first line, and then I will interpret the sentence. What is meant by both not pass here? It means Ivan not pass and Andrew not pass. Get it? Okay. So they are connected by the word and. So, and they are from different sources. Okay. I mean the possibilities are from different sources. Not pass. The first not pass is from Ivan, and then the second not pass is from Andrew. So we can split this probability into a product of two probabilities. Ivan not pass, and then times P Andrew not pass. Okay. So Ivan not pass has been found to be 0.1. And then Andrew not pass has been found to be 0.25. And then that is equal to 0.025. So that is the answer of part A. Can you get this? Okay, and then part B. 其實你做得多幾題，你就會發覺問嚟問去都係問呢啲咁嘅嘢㗎啦，係嘛 ？P only one pass, only one pass. The question did not specify which one pass, so we need to consider different cases. The only one can be Ivan, or it can be Andrew. So there will be two different cases, okay? But if we write down, if you want to write down the cases, the first case is Ivan, pass. But the question emphasized that there is only one pass, which means that if in the case of Ivan pass, then Andrew must not get a pass. Because if Andrew also get a pass, then there will be two passes, right? So in this case, we need to end at the same time. Okay, Ivan passed at the same time. Andrew does not pass. Can you get this? And I need to use a double bracket here. Because we have another case. The second case is that this time, Ivan not pass. At the same time, Andrew pass. Can you get this? Okay. Now, we may split the probability of A or B to be PA plus PB. PA, the A is Ivan pass and Andrew not pass. And then plus PB is Ivan not pass and Andrew pass. Okay. And then in the first case, we need Ivan to pass. But they are connected by AND, okay, at the same time. So we just multiply the two probabilities together. Andrew not pass, okay, and then plus Ivan not pass times P Andrew pass, okay. And now we can make use of our preparation. So the first line will be Ivan pass, that should be 0.9, and at the same time Andrew not pass will be 0.25, plus the second case is Ivan not pass, that is 0.1, at the same time Andrew pass, that's 0.75, okay. And I need a calculator. Let me see. 0.5 times 0.25 plus 0.1 times 0.75 should be 0.3. Okay, so the answer of part B will be 0.3. Can you get this? And then we also have part C. 嗱，都係問嚟問去都係呢啲嘢㗎啦。P at least one pass。我一見到 at least one， 你哋熟未 ？At least one 應該點做啊 ？At least one pass 最少一個 pass， 我哋就會揾個相反啦。OK，what is the opposite of at least one pass? I need to use one minus the opposite. Okay, that is the part that we don't want. Okay, if we want to include all the cases satisfying at least one pass. So what are the cases that are what we don't want? Will be no one pass. Just write no one pass. Okay, no one pass is the only case that we don't want. Okay, so we are going to use one minus the probability that we don't want. Okay, and what is the probability that no one pass? No one pass means both of them do not pass. And that will be the answer of part A. Can you see this? So that should be 0.025. And then 1 minus 0.025 will be 0.975. Okay, so that is the answer of part C. Can you get this? 得唔得？好，呢度俾我反應我得唔得？If you understand question number 2 here, okay, please give me a like or a clap here. Okay, if you are okay for question number 2, please give me a like or a clap. Thank you. If you do not understand any step here, please raise your hand. If you need me to repeat any step, please raise your hand. Any hands? Okay, no. So please remember to upload your classwork to the MathApp web system. Do you need me to paste the link? Yes. Please wait. Do I have the link here? Okay, I didn't paste the link. Please wait. So the link is here. Okay. Okay, next one. So we are going to go to the last section here, okay, that we are going to learn in this chapter. So that will be I'm turning the page. So that is on page 5.37. Yes, 5.37. 好啦，嗱呢度咧，其實你哋係唔需要理會佢係屬於邊一隻嘅。總之咧，都係 and， 都係將佢變成，但係咧有陣時咧你要學識多一樣嘢啦，就係 aware 多一樣嘢，就係咧如果佢有先後次序嘅，並且咧或者係佢係其中一樣嘢，佢嘅結果係啲乜嘢嘢，係對於另一樣嘢嘅 probability 係有影響嘅。OK， 即係有第一樣嘢發生咗啲咩事，對第二樣嘢 嘅 probability， 即係唔同事就會出到唔同嘅影響嘅話咧，咁嘅時候咧，我哋就會係呢一隻新嘅呢一隻嘅probabilities 嚟㗎。咁簡單嚟講咧，就係咧，我哋做一啲即係後面啲嘅計一啲後面啲嘅 probability 嘅時候咧，我哋有陣時會將嗰個分母同埋分子咧，都會做一啲嘅 modification 嘅 ，OK， 有一啲嘅改良，因為咧之前發生咗嘅事，可能係唔會再發生嘅 ，OK， 或者簡單嚟講咧，如果你有10個波，我抽完第一個出嚟之後，第二個咧唔能夠抽翻同一個嘅話咧，咁嘅時候咧，我哋就會對抽第二個波嘅 probability 咧係會有影響咗啦。OK， 嗱我哋睇一個 example， 你就知我講咩噶啦。OK，so sometimes we need to be aware of what we have selected from the first selection, and that will affect the probability of the second selection. Okay, so what do I mean? So let's look at example 14. Example 14. Example 14， 好啦，睇睇咯。嗱，唔係真係好特別嘅啫，講真 ，OK， 可能你自己諗咧，都會諗到嘅呢一樣嘢。但係你細心啲諗嘅話咧，就會諗到噶，好 make sense 嘅呢樣嘢。OK， 我睇睇咯。So there are 9 white balls and 1 red ball in a box. 10 students take turns to draw a ball randomly from the box one by one without replacement. 第一樣嘢 ，please highlight these keywords. Without replacement. Okay, without replacement means that when we draw one ball, when we take out one ball from the box, that ball will not be placed back into the box, which means that the same ball will not be selected 2 times. Okay, so every ball can only be selected 1 time. Can you get this? Okay, so now there are 9 white balls and 1 red ball in the box. 10 students take turns to draw a ball randomly from the box one by one without replacement. The one who draws the red ball will win a prize. Iris is the second student to draw a ball. Find the probability that she wins the prize. 好啦，而家咧有即係10個學生啦，輪流咁樣抽個波咯，即係抽嗰啲波出嚟啦，抽1個波出嚟啊，每人啊，抽完之後咧就攞走佢嘅，即係唔會擺翻落去嘅咁樣樣。然之後咧，而家有一個人唔係，而家咧就咁樣，即係邊個抽到紅波嘅咧就係贏嘅。跟住有一個人叫 Iris， 佢排第二去抽波。咁跟住咧，而家問你啦。Find the probability that she wins the prize。咁之後咧，嗱，而家咁講咯，睇住喎。I want to find the probability that Iris wins the prize. Right? This is what we want to find now. OK？ 好啦，但係 Iris 點樣先至可以贏到呢一份獎品咧？佢排第2喎，第2個抽嘅喎。咁即係要第1個咧係點樣啊？係抽唔到啊，係嘛 ？OK， 第1個抽唔到，而佢係抽到個紅波，咁嘅時候咧，佢就會 wins the prize 啦。Can you get this? So let us interpret this sentence. Iris wins the prize means that the first student does not win and Iris wins. OK， 我哋要考慮埋第一個嘅噃。如果第一個 win 咗嘅話咧 ，Iris 就冇得 win 嘅咯，係嘛 ？OK，but how to win the prize? So a student can win the prize by drawing the red ball, right? Okay, so if the first student does not win the prize, it means that the first student draws the white ball. Okay, and Iris has to win the prize, which means that Iris has to draw the red ball. Can you get this? So this is the process. This is the process how Iris should win the prize. Can you see this? Okay, and then they are connected by AND, which means that we can split them into two parts. The first student draws white ball, and then times P Iris draws red ball. OK， 好啦，但係跟住呢度咧要小心啲咯。嗱，今次咧佢唔係好似頭先嗰題咁樣，俾咗個 probability 嘅數字你嗰出嚟嘅，係要你自己 count 嘅，係咪？自己 count 嘅。好啦，第一個學生抽波嘅時候 ，so this is a fraction times fraction，right？ 第一個學生抽波嘅時候，佢有幾多個選擇啊？ How many options are there for the first student who is drawing the ball? There are 9 white balls and 1 red ball in the box, right? So there will be 10 options. Among the 10 options, how many of them can satisfy this requirement? That is being a white ball. There are 9 white balls, right? Okay? 呢度都冇乜特別。好啦，特別就係在呢一度啦。When Iris take turns to draw a ball， 當 Iris 係第二個學生，佢抽個波嘅時候，佢得返幾多個選擇啊？頭先我哋間低咗 highlight 咗嗰個字 without replacement。That is the first student draws the ball and the ball will not be put back into the box, which means that the number of balls inside the box when Iris is going to draw the ball will be just equal to 9. Can you understand this? And then among the 9 balls, how many of them are red ball and how many of them are white balls? Can you imagine? 第一個學生已經抽走咗一個白色波，咁喺 Iris 抽嘅時候，佢嘅形勢係點樣樣啊？係咪得返8個白波，1個紅波 ？get 到啊？嗬？因為第一個白波已經抌走咗啦，唔擺返落去啦。OK， 8個白波，1個紅波。So there will be 9 options for Iris. Among the 9 options, there is only 1 red ball, right? So it is 1/9. And then when you do the calculation, it is just equal to 1/10. Okay, so that is how we can do this question. Which one is actually special here? Will be this one. This 9. Okay, this 9. Well, actually, this fraction is special. It's actually different from what we have done before. Okay， 但係其實好 make sense 嘅，你知，但係你要諗得仔細啲，諗得仔細啲。當第一個學生抽完波嘅時候，阿 Iris 抽嘅嗰一刻有啲乜嘢選擇？選擇當中有啲乜嘢係符合到條件嘅？要諗得仔細啲，得唔得 ？Okay, now I would like you to do the new classwork. Okay, so that is the latest classwork, instant drill number 14. I'll give you 2 minutes to do this. Okay, so let's check the answers. So there are 6 switches in the classroom to control 6 electrical devices. 有6個掣，有6個電掣，去到控制住6件嘅電器嘅。Felix wants to switch on a fan. If he randomly turns on the 6 switches one by one. 好啦，而家 Felix 咧想開一把風扇，咁佢係即係隨意咁樣去開嗰6個掣，逐個掣咁樣開嘅。Find the probability that he can switch on the fan on the second trial。咁而家叫你揾 probability 啦，揾乜嘢嘅 probability 咧？就係佢可以喺第2次，即係第2個嘗試嘅時候咧，就可以開着個風扇咁樣樣。OK， 即係咁咯噃。So we are going to find the probability that he can switch on the fan on the second trial。抄一次先，係啦 ，OK， 好啦，第2次係成功嘅，係咪？咁即係咩意思啊？有得第2次嘅話咧，我哋一定要有第1次先嘅，係嘛？即係個 first trial is not the fan, and the second trial is the fan. Can you see this? Okay, if we need to consider the second, then we must consider the first trial before considering the second. Okay, so what must be the outcome of the first trial in order to have a second trial? Is that the first trial should not be a successful trial, should be an unsuccessful one, which means that the first trial should not be the fan, while the second trial being the fan. Okay? And now, 嗱，咁你見唔見到我其實都係咧將每一個句子咧都係寫做 P A and B 呢啲咁嘅嘢㗎。OK， 一定係跟翻我哋嗰啲公式裏邊嘅格式，咁嘅時候咧，我哋就可以計到數啦，得唔得？即係最麻煩就係、即係文字體嘅精髓就係咁樣噶啦。你係將英文嘅文字轉翻做我哋數學裏邊嘅格式咧嘅話咧，我哋就可以計到數噶啦。Okay, so now the PA and B will be translated into PA times PB, right? It's first not fan, and then times P second is fan. Got it? So what is the probability that the first trial is not a fan? Again, this is not, the question does not give us the probabilities. We need to count ourselves. So it should be fraction times fraction. For the first trial, how many options do we have? So there are 6 switches in a classroom, okay? So we can choose any one out of the 6 switches, right? But among the 6 options, how many of them are not controlling the fan? So I think normally there will be just one switch which is controlling the fan, right? Which means that the other 5 will not be controlling the fan. So that should be 5 out of 6, which is not fan. Okay? And for the second trial, after choosing the first switch, which is not a fan, will Felix choose the same switch again? Of course not. So after confirming that switch is not a switch controlling the fan, he will not try that switch again. He is not so stupid, right? Okay, so a normal person will not try the same unsuccessful trial again, right? So how many options do we have when he tried the second trial? Will be only 5. Okay, the 5 remaining switches. Among the 5 remaining switches, how many of them are controlling the fan? I want him to be successful on the second trial. Okay, there is only 1 out of 5 which is controlling the fan, right? So it should be 5 over 6 times 1 over 5, and then the final product will be just 1 over 6, and that is the answer. Can you get this? 得唔得？嗱，呢個就係咁啦。個精髓就係試第2次嘅時候，即係後啲嘅時候咧，做一啲後啲嘅 probability 嘅時候咧，我哋要諗埋前啲，即係已經做咗、發生咗嘅事，係點樣影響咗嚟緊會發生嘅事。記唔記得呢度？講多次啊，係我哋要諗埋已經發生咗嘅事，點樣去影響到嚟緊要發生嘅事。呢個就係呢一個 section 大家要學嘅嘢啦，得唔得 ？OK， 要記住有呢一樣嘢，但係呢一樣嘢喺每一題嘅處境裏邊咧，都可能唔同嘅，即係冇話有一個公式去到做出嚟嘅，但係你要記住有呢個 concept 裏邊 ，OK， 得唔得 ？All right， next one， example 15。嗱，呢度睇多啲啊，因為咧都有好多唔同嘅處境咧，唔同嘅題型喺度嘅。Example 15. So there are 7 toy cars and 5 toy boats in a shop. 2 toys are randomly selected from the shop one by one without replacement. Can you see this again? One by one without replacement. 即係逐個嚟，仲要揀完之後唔擺翻落去嘅。咁即係話我哋冇可能揀到兩樣相同嘅嘢啦，或者同一件玩具冇可能出現咗兩次嘅，係嘛 ？OK， 好啦 ，find the probability that one toy car and one toy boat are selected。咁我哋而家咧係咪有揀兩件玩具，逐個嚟嘅？咁我哋咧就分開係第一件同埋第二件啦，因為佢 without replacement 嘅話咧，我哋前邊嘅總數，即係第一件嘅時候揀嘅 options， 同埋揀第二件嘅時候嘅 options 咧係唔同嘅喎，係嘛 ？OK，so P is part A. P. I want one toy car and one toy boat。大家都係 toy， 我就唔寫個 toy 字啦。OK，one car and one boat。好啦，嗱，但係呢度小心啲喎，小心啲喎。咁第一架係 toy car 定係第一架係 toy boat 咧？有冇話㗎？有冇指明第一架要係 toy car 定係第一架要係 toy boat 咧？冇指明到喎，係嘛？冇指明到嘅話咧，我哋就要 consider 兩個 case 啦。First is car, and second, at the same time, second is a boat. What is the other cases? Is that first is boat and second is car. Can you get this? Okay, and then 好啦，跟住咧，你見到啲 and 啊、or 啊嗰啲字嘅話咧，咁你就知道點樣拆啦，係嘛 ？Okay, so first it will be first being car and second being boat. This is the first case, and then among the cases we add the probabilities together. Okay, the second case is first getting a boat and second getting a car. Okay, and then within the case, if they are connected by and, then we need to multiply their probabilities together. First is a car, and then times P second is a boat. And then the second case plus the first is a boat, and times P, the second is a car. OK， 將佢拆晒，即係將啲 and 同埋 or 咧變成乘同埋加先。OK，and then 好啦，跟住我哋真係要數咯喎。So it will be like this: fraction times fraction plus fraction times fraction. Can you get my idea? Okay. What is the first fraction? So it is about selecting a toy car. The first one is a toy car. When we do the selection, when we do the first selection, how many options are there? So there will be 7 toy cars and 5 toy boats. Totally, there are 12 options. Among the 12 options, how many of them are cars? There are just 7. And then the next fraction is about the second selection is a boat. When we do the second selection, how many options are remaining? When we have selected the first toy car, then in the shop there will be 6 toy cars remaining and 5 toy boats remaining. Okay, so there will be only 11 options remaining when we do the second selection. Okay, among the remaining 11 options, how many of them are toy boats? There will be 5. because the selected one was a car. Okay, it did not affect the number of toy boats here. Okay, but for a second case, I want the first selection should be a boat. But when we go back to the first selection, how many options are there for us to choose? Will be 12 again, because it reset, okay, reset the situation, because we are considering the second possibility, okay, the other possibility. And there will be 12 options, and among the 12 options, how many of them are boats? Will be 5. And then the last probability is about the second choice is a car. When we do the second selection, how many options are there? There will be only 11 options, right? And then among the 11 options, how many of them are toy cars? Because the first one selected was a boat, it did not affect the number of toy cars. So there will still be 7 toy cars in our options, right? So there will be 7 here. Can you get this? So what is the final answer? That will be 35 over 66. Okay, am I correct? Yes. So let me paste it here. Okay, and then part B, I want to find the probability that at most, at most one toy car is selected. At most one car. Okay. 第一樣嘢，最多一個胎卡，最多一個，即係可以幾多個啊？可以幾多個胎卡？可以一個，亦都可以係冇胎卡。Can get this？ 最多一架車，即係可以係一架，或者係少於一架，即係0架啦。OK， 即係唔可以係幾多架？嗱，而家抽2架啫嘛，即係抽兩件玩具啫嘛，抽2件玩具。我想要嘅係最多一架車抽到出嚟，即係一架車或者冇車。但係即係我唔想要嘅係邊一個 case 啊 ？Can you think about this? It should be if I just want to use 1 minus the case that I don't want. What is the case that I don't want here? Will be 2 cars. OK， 抽2件玩具，2件都係車嚟嘅，就係我唔想要啦，嗰個 case 啦。因為我而家想要嘅咧就係最多係一架車啫 ，get 到可 ？OK， 好啦，即係我唔想要嘅係兩架車啦，但係2架車即係咩意思啊？我哋係用第一架、即係第一件同埋第二件嚟到去分類噶嘛。2架車嘅話，即係 the first selection is a car and the second selection is also a car. This is the case that I don't want. Okay, so I use 1 to take away. Okay, to minus, that is to take away the part that we don't want. Okay, and then so this is the only case that we don't want. So there will be no or case here, right? And then we can split this probability into a product of 2 parts. The first is a car, and then times P, the second, this second is also a car. Can you get this? And then it's 1 minus, so this will be fraction times fraction, okay? When we do the first selection, how many options are there? So there will be 12, okay, 12 toys. And then among the 12 toys, how many of them are cars? Will be 7, okay? And then 好，呢度小心啲咯。For the second selection, how many options are remaining when we have already selected the first toy car? There will be only 11 options remaining, right? And among the remaining 11 options, how many of them are toy cars? 嗱，呢度咧，我哋第一架揀咗嘅車之後，嗰架車就會係拎走咗噶咯噃，因為佢係 without replacement 噶嘛。OK， 唔會再喺第二次選擇裏邊出現噶啦。即係話，而家只係得翻11件玩具裏邊，得翻幾多架係車嚟嘅咧？係咪得翻6架車，5架船 ？Can you get this? Among the remaining 11 options in the second selection, there are only 6 toy cars and 5 toy boats. In order to get a toy car in the second selection, so there are only 6 options that is satisfying this requirement. Can you get this? So we can calculate the number. So that will be 1 minus 7 over 22, and the answer will be 15 over 22. Okay, am I correct? Yes. Let me paste it here. So if you understand example 15, please give me a like or a clap here. Okay, if you understand example 15, please give me a like or a clap now. If you have any problems, if you want me to talk about any steps in detail, please raise your hand. Any raise hand? Okay, good. Thank you. 嗱，特別係呢一度啊，特別係呢一個位，今次呢一題咧，特別係呢一個位，即係要係分子同埋分母咧，都係喐咗嘅。係咪大家都係揀玩具車啊？第一次同埋第二次係揀玩具車嘅係咪 ？OK， 但係咧第一次可以選擇嘅數目同埋符合條件嘅數目，同埋第二次呢兩個數目咧，都係喐咗嘅。得唔得？雖然大家個條件係即係佢個 requirement 都係一樣，都係揀玩具車。OK， 但因為第一次揀嘅時候咧，已經係影響咗第二次可以選擇嘅數目㗎啦。咁所以咧，呢兩個分子同埋分母咧，都係減咗1嘅，係咪 ？OK， 嗱，今次係減1啫，但係唔係每一次都係減1㗎。OK， 得唔得？咁所以咧，我哋都要諗清楚咧，究竟係點樣喐法嘅？呢度要諗得仔細啲嘅。It's okay. And now I would like you to try to do the instant drill number 15. Okay, so let's do the instant drill number 15 now. Give you 3 minutes to do this. Please remember to upload your classwork to the MathApp web system. Okay, so let's check the answers. Instant truth number 15. A bag contains 8 red balls and 6 yellow balls. 2 balls are randomly drawn from the bag one by one without replacement. Again, okay, so we have this magic words. Okay, find the probability that 1 red ball and 1 yellow ball are drawn. Okay, so part A, I want to find the probability that 1 red and 1 yellow. Okay, because it is 1 by 1 without replacement, so we need to differentiate between the first one and the second one. Okay, I mean we need to distinguish between the first ball and the second ball. Okay, but in part A, it just says that I need 1 red and 1 yellow. It did not mention which one is red and which one is yellow, whether the first one is red or the second one is red. Okay, so we need to consider different cases. Again, it is the first red and second yellow, or the first is yellow and the second is red. Get this? 2 cases. And then for first case, let us just split them into parts. The first one is red, and then times the second one is yellow, and then plus P. The first one is yellow times P. The second one is red. Okay, and then we know that it is fraction times fraction plus fraction times fraction. Okay, for the first fraction, for the first probability, okay, first one is red. When we do the first selection, there are 14 options. Out of the 14 options, there are 8 red balls. Okay, but when we do the second selection, because the first red ball is already drawn and put away, okay, then there will be only 13 options remaining. Among the 13 options, because the put away ball is a red ball, so the number of yellow balls is still equal to 6. Right? And then for the second case, in the first selection, we have 14 options, and out of the 14 options, there are 6 red balls. When we do the second selection, we have 13 options remaining, and out of 8, there are 8 red balls. Okay, and then we just do the calculation, and that will be equal to 48 over 91. Am I correct? Yes. Okay, so this is part A. And then part B, I want to find the probability that at least 1 red ball is drawn. At least 1 red. Okay， 又見到呢啲字眼喎。At least 1， 最少1個紅波，最少1個紅波，即係可以幾多個紅波啊 ？It can be 1 red ball, or it can be 2 red balls, right? OK， 我哋抽2個咧，係嘛？可以係1個紅波，可以係2個紅波，即係我唔想要嘅嗰個 case 係幾多個紅波啊 ？No red ball. Okay, no red ball is the only case that I don't want. Can you see this? So I'm going to use 1 minus the case that I don't want. Okay, and what is meant by no red ball in terms of first and second? When 2 balls are no red balls, which means that the first one should be yellow, and the second one should also be yellow. Can you see this? So that is the meaning of no red balls. Got it? And then, so we just split this probability into two parts. First is yellow, and then times P. Second is also yellow. Okay, and then it's 1 minus. So first one, so this should be fraction times fraction. First one, in the first selection, there are 14 options, and out of which there are 6 yellow balls. And then after the first yellow ball is drawn and put away, there are only 13 balls remaining. Okay, 13 options. And out of the 13 options, there are 5 yellow balls because one of the yellow ball has been drawn and put away. Okay. So finally, it is 1 minus 15 over 91. So the final answer will be equal to 76 over 91. Am I correct? Yes. Can you get this? So this is instant rule number 15. Any problems? Let me see. I would like to skip one of the example. Okay, there is one thing one more formula you need to learn. Okay, just one more formula in this chapter you need to learn. Let's go to 我睇下書有冇寫嗰條 formula 出嚟先啊。Yes. This is page 5.40. 5.40. This one. So this so-called conditional probability. Okay. So please highlight this one. This formula. So I'm going to explain to you. Hả啦，嗱睇住咯，呢度咧有一個新嘅嘢，但係咧嗱講真咧 ，DSE 好少問嘅，好少問嘅呢一個啊 ，OK， 咁但係唔難，即係唔係好難操作嘅啫，都係你睇啲咩字眼，跟住就列翻條式咁就係噶啦。佢點樣樣咧 ？Given E happens. Find the probability of F. Okay, so the sentence structure will be like this. Given E happens. Okay, or under the condition that E happens, find the probability of F. Okay, then this is so-called the conditional probability. Okay, conditional probability. But this is just a name. You don't need to remember this. But what you need to remember is there are two things, given and find. Okay, given E, find F. Okay, or the probability of F is something. 好啦，即係點樣咧？嗱。如果佢 given 一樣嘢，跟住佢哋 find 一樣嘢嘅話咧，我哋會咁樣寫嘅。P 一動嘅，點樣一動咧？ 一動就係分開前面後邊，後邊就係 given 嗰樣嘢 ，that is E。Can get this？ 我寫咗呢個出嚟先 ，and then the one before the vertical line will be the probability that we are going to find. That is F. Okay, so it is PF line E, PF given E, PF the probability of F given E. Can you get this? 好啦，我哋寫咗呢個之後咧，我哋下一步就係用呢條公式，去到表達佢出嚟，轉做數字嘅。The denominator, it is a fraction. It is a fraction. The denominator is the probability of the given part. Okay, the given part is the denominator of this probability. And then the numerator is the probability of F and E, or E and F. Both are okay. 嗱，呢一個咧，呢一個咁嘅符號 ，so this symbol just means and. Okay, just means and. No other meaning. Okay, no special meaning. It just means and. Can you get this? It's E and F. OK， 好啦，咁即係咧咁樣樣咯，係嘛？即係可以咁樣寫嘅 ，F and E 同 E and F 係一樣嘅啫。好啦，淨係呢句就夠㗎啦，得唔得？呢句就係我哋即係呢一部分要學到嘅嘢，夠㗎啦。好啦，跟住我哋點做咧？啲數佢會點樣問咧？睇住咯。Let's go to an example here. 睇啦 ，example 17。Example 17. The probability that a hunter can shoot an animal is 0.3. Some animals manage to escape after they shot. The probability that the hunter can shoot and catch an animal is 0.111. 好啦，呢度咧我俾咗兩個，係咪俾咗 probability 你啊？俾咗數字你嘅話咧，我哋就先寫翻 P 乜嘢嘢等於佢先。Okay, so what is the 0.3 here? It's P what? A hunter can shoot an animal， 即係射中，即係個獵人射中個動物。Okay, hunter can shoot an animal is equal to 0.3. Okay. 好啦 ，some animals manage to escape after they are shot。咁但係咧有一啲動物咧，佢俾個獵人射中之後咧，可以走得甩嘅。咁而家咧第二個 probability 咧就係話啦 ，the probability that the hunter can shoot and catch an animal， 佢一個獵人射中咗隻動物，並且可以捉到嘅動物嘅 probability 咧就係0.111，即係咁樣咯。The hunter can shoot an animal and catch the animal is equal to 0.111. Can you get this? 射中咗隻動物，仲要捉到佢嘅機會率就係0.111。get 到嗬？呢個係題目俾嘅嘢嚟嘅，俾嘅資料嚟嘅。好啦，而家問啲咩咧？見唔見到啲 keyword 啦？已經 given that the hunter has shot an animal, and then find the probability that he can catch this animal. Okay, given A, given this, and then find the probability of this。好啦，我哋先將佢寫做一個咁樣嘅 format 先啊，即係一棟嘅 format 先。OK， 好啦，後邊係 given 嘅，我寫咗後邊先，得唔得？後邊係 given 嘅 ，given 啲咩啊 ？Hunter shoot an animal has shot 即係 shoot 啦 ，an animal。OK， 我哋 can shoot 啦，我哋抄翻我哋之前咧，係咪 given 咗呢一個其實 ？OK， 好啦，跟住 find 嘅嗰個，我哋寫喺前面。Find the probability that you can catch this animal. The hunter can catch the animal. Can you get this? Okay, and then we are going to change this long sentence into a fraction. And the denominator will be the given one. Can you see this? The denominator is PE. PE will be the given one. Okay, in this case, the given one will be P. Hunter can shoot an animal. And then what is the numerator? Numerator is P, F, and E. F and E. So that should be just add them together. Okay, the hunter can catch the animal and can shoot an animal. Okay, so P, hunter can shoot an animal and can catch the animal. Okay, can you see that the denominator is actually equal to 0.3. And then the numerator is just equal to 0.111. That is our preparation. Okay, so it is like this. This is 0.3 and this is 0.111. Okay, and then we just simplify the number. That should be equal to what? Is it 0.37? Yes. 37 over 100. Okay, or just 0.37 is okay. So that is how we can calculate this answer. Can you get this? 嗱呢度咧 P A given B 或者 P F given E given E find probability of F 就係咁樣寫出嚟噶啦。OK， 咁呢度因為唔係太難去到計嘅，咁所以我都教埋你哋咁樣樣。OK， 得唔得？咁So I think maybe we just stop here because we have already done a very many questions today. Okay, so do you have any problems? If there is no more problems, then we will continue on Monday. Okay, so that's the end of this lesson and you may leave now. Goodbye.